This week, we are at the iconic Hockenheim Ring, and I have to say that by far, this is my favorite track in this season of Porsche Cup. And the race as well, it went pretty well. I started in P10 and the race went really well, and I was really driving safe and patient, not involving with anyone with the incidents. So let's start the race. As the lights go out, I did a 142 for qualifying. Towards the first corner, lifted off earlier and trying to exit earlier. Since it's the first lap, the tires are cold, so I have to drive really safe. The car dive bombs, so I gave the way to him. And here I slightly mismatched with my racing line, so I couldn't do a full flat out on that corner, so I had to lift off and I lost 2 positions again. How did this tight happen? The car goes wide there. And this is also a flat out corner since it's a cold tires. I'm patient here. And the car behind me is trying harder to get the position. So I have to drive safer in order to not involve in any incidents. But there will be incidents you will be seeing in a few moments. That was a real escape. It was just a few millimeters of gap there, but somehow I survived. And I go wide here because I mismatched my braking point. But we did safe onto the first lap of this Hockenheim Ring race. This Parabolica is really good. I love this straight. Happens a full U-turn here. You have to steer more than 90 degrees here in order to get a good exit speed. Again, I'm lifting off because if the car in front of the red car did any incidents, it will directly affect me because the car in front of me will also lift. So I was a bit cautious here. And I go wider here to the gravel because you have to brake a bit earlier in order to get that corner done, which ultimately resulted in one more 2 position loss. Which now lands us in P11. And the car in front of me goes wider there. I'm closer to him, but I didn't overtake him because I still don't have confidence in these tires. I could have done the move, but yeah, let's be patient. And here, I decided to do the dive bomb. And we get it done. It's really great. And by this, we are in P10. Temporarily. And the car lost its rear there. And the driver in P10 is closing the gap. And I gave it to him because I don't want to involve in any incidents. If I didn't lift here, I think I would be closer to him. But yeah, I don't want to repeat the first lap mistake. Down to the first gear since it's a really tight corner. Now I'm closer to him. And I lift it off. Again, being cautious here. And then I go wide out here because I completely missed my braking point. And then again I lost a position. I always forgot my braking point at that specific corner. Entering towards the fifth lap of the 15-lap race. We are down to P11 now. Was so cautious not to do the same mistake again. But I slightly shoot aggressive towards the braking point and I went right away. And now by far all I need is to drive really neat. And then this car goes towards the same place. See, we are seeing like third car, right? Third car in the same corner, losing its rear tires. If you took the apex more aggressively in that corner, I think you will be really easily losing your rear tires there. I mean, you took the corner really deep and you are earlier into the gas, and then that's what happens. You either move way outside and slightly take less apex, or you be better gradual on the gas. That's a better way towards the last corner of the track. Now I have the confidence to take full flat out here. That was almost on the tip to lose my rears there. I was really earlier onto the gas. If I didn't lift, I would be already being spin off there. And now, since nothing much happened, I extended the gap in front and the back both. So we are in the 11th lap right now, and then the cars wreck each other. And we capitalize one position here. Now we are in 7th position after certain wreckages in front of us. So far I did only one overtake, nothing else. But yeah, let's drive safer and then let's think about overtakes, right? I think I'm a bit safer from the car in front and back, since I tend to extend the gap from me to the driver in P8. The drivers in front of me are really fighting hard. They're really close to each other. Therefore, we are just cruising in this great circuit. Just that we need to cruise it right. So I'm skipping a bit because nothing else happened. It's like drivers in front of me and behind me are so back off. Nothing much happened. It's kind of a boring race, except the start. Apart from that, it's really boring because there is no one to push me harder, or there is no one to chase in front of me, or maybe even slower. As you can see the time, I do 142 and earlier I did 140. I'm just 2 seconds off from the pace. And we end the race in P7. Started in P10 and we of course ended in P7. It's really great. At least I drive really safer this time and there's no netcode incidents. And let's review the incidents. And this is where I lost the rear, like the driver in P in front of me lost the rear. And this is where I went to the gravel and I lost 2 positions here. And this is the dive bomb I did onto the hairpin. I think the car has some network problems, and this is the dive bomb which driver in behind me did, and it's really well executed. And this is where I forgot my braking point and went wide. And this is the where many people try to kill each other and where I capitalized my position. So yeah, a pretty much good race. And let's review our rating. We got 0.17 safety rating change and 37 I rating change. The goal is to reach the next class, B class, but yeah, we are far from there. Thank you for watching.